So, in my youth, I inherited a blimp from this one dude I helped cross the street and Paradise Falls. I can tell you that story some other time. But today, I want to talk to you about my first adventure. As I was flying in the sky, I saw a city covered in yellow tape. Instead of leaving and finding some other place, I decided to drop by. I asked this fashionable lady who sings on the street why she seems so distraught. She tells me there's been a prison breakout. I asked around because I don't know if she was doing a performance on the street. Turns out, these weren't normal prisoners. They were supervillains. I saw a comic shop and assumed I could learn who these villains were. I chatted with the owner, some bespectacled nerd who only likes superheroes. I asked if he had any manga, and he said he only likes Western media, and he gave me a handbook he wrote. Apparently he made it after reading a lot of comic books. I learned there was a thing called a superhero ID card, that there was a clothing place specifically made for superhero outfits, and that I could only unlock superpowers by defeating enough villains. The most important chapter was the last one. Apparently knowledge is power, and so is agility. Outsmarting your opponent by using your surroundings is the key. I went to the masks and capes store and built the worst superhero outfit known to man. Then I went to the owner of the store who kind of looks like my Uncle Margarine. He gave me a superhero ID and didn't charge me for the clothes. I wanted to skip straight to getting my powers, so I found the retired superhero early. He said I needed to defeat 5 villains first. Then I jumped off the 7-story building, but the comic shop billboard broke my fall. Now that I had clearance, I went to talk with police. This was before ACAB was a thing. The warden gave me a list of villains, each more dastardly than the last. Cerebral, a master manipulator. Crusher, a notorious hater. Copycat, a torrent user. Ratman, police informant. Betty Jetty, Sky Queen. And finally, Speeding Spike, child endangerment. Apparently the meteor mutated the prisoners and I was given special handcuffs to arrest them. And just like that, I decided to take the law into my own hands. My first bounty was a torrent user Copycat. She did the clone Nujutsu and spread her clones across the entire bank, throwing tear gas on the ground. I made light work of the clones and arrested her. My next target was Speeding Spike. I didn't go after him first because the rich and powerful come before anybody else. Then after that, it's kids. Everyone knows this. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I was getting my ass kicked for most of the fight. It was so bad the fabric of reality broke and I had to refresh the page. Of reality. Eventually his dumbass slipped on a puddle and I was able to arrest him, but I was out of commission for an hour. Speed is underrated as a power. My next fight was with Cerebral. This hot dog stand guy saw I was a superhero and gave me a free hot dog. Cerebral started pelting me with rocks. My evasion was hot garbage. Eventually I got him to hit himself with his own rock. That pissed him off so much he summoned the ground to shoot up at me. I saw a large boulder on the ground and I moved it. Eventually he miscalculated an attack and got hit by the boulder and fell to the ground. After that came my toughest battle. Police informant was in the sewers. I tried my best to avoid the water, but my eyesight ain't what it used to be, and I missed the platform. And even if I hadn't missed, I was forced to swim under the pipe anyway. I found him in a hidden passage, and as I was trying to go after him, I was getting bitten by rats. I turned a valve and knocked him out with goop. Then I arrested him, but I had to take a thorough shower and get tennis shots and all that medical stuff. After that, I went right back to fighting crime. My next opponent was Crusher. He had taken over a junkyard and was hanging out on top of a car. I jumped over to the crane and turned the magnet off, crushing him with the fridge. I thought it was over, but the man picked up the fridge and flung it at me. As soon as I got back up, he started throwing barrels. I got hit with about 2 of them, but eventually I was able to make it to the crane again, turn it on. The car hood he was standing on lifted him to the air and crushed him with the magnet. I jumped down and arrested him. After I took him to the station, I wondered how the hell I was going to arrest a girl who could fly. I just walked down Main Street trying to think of something. Then I heard a payphone ring. I waited for someone to pick it up. I asked around who was going to answer the call. I decided to be a good Samaritan and picked it up to ask who they wanted to reach. Suddenly, a surge of energy hit me and coursed through my veins. I felt lighter. I flew up, testing it out until I just flew up to the retired superhero on top of the daily paper. He told me great power comes with great responsibility. I told him copying people got someone arrested, and I left. I made it to the skyscraper and flew up to defeat Betty Jetty. As soon as she saw me, she taunted me. "Catch me if you can," she said, and she laughed. A hideous laugh flew away. I flew after her and she revealed she could throw green energy balls. Like all these other villains, she got a few good hits in, but eventually I got her. She told me it was going to take a lot to stop her. Suddenly, the nerd from the comic shop shoved her to the ground and called himself my sidekick. I told him I work alone. He said,
"It must be weak."
I wanted to slap him right there, but I'm a hero. I can't do that type of stuff. I arrested Betty Jetty, and I stared at the paper. Ned Noodlehead saves the day. I didn't think too much of it at first. Maybe they just thought it was newsworthy that he helped this time. But then I went back to the station. The warden gave the credit to Ned Noodlehead for all the criminals. He even gave the Medal of Honor to Ned. I almost thought about breaking them all out then and there, but I decided to pay Noodlehead a visit. This motherfucker was bragging about his name is in the papers and he's a real hero now. But he's gonna look after his comic shop instead of fighting crime. And he was gonna trade his medallion for a hot dog. The one his ass didn't even earn. I breathed in tear gas, got hit at sonic speeds, got rocks, boulders, oil cans, and energy balls thrown at me. And I had to swim in fucking sewer water. And this buffoon pushes a woman and he's a hero? He gets a medallion and the keys to the city. What a sick joke. I told him I didn't want to trade for a hot dog, but I'd be willing to give him 2 hefty knuckle sandwiches. Hefty knuckle sandwiches for it. He was confused.
What's a knuckle sandwich?
Then I kicked his ass, took my medallion, then I threw his manual at him, and left his shop and got on my blimp and flew away before the cops found out what I did. After leaving the island, I lost my ability to fly. I guess the retired superhero took my powers away after the city found out. I decided to clear my mind and visit this farm of an island named after gold. 24 Carat Island. But if you want to hear about that, I'm gonna need you to like and subscribe.